Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And it's in tonight's live stream. We're going to look into the full moon in Capricorn, at least as per my current calendar. It's happening today. Actually, it already happened. 6:17 a.m. That is for the East Coast. And is going to be in effect up until 4th of August, 7:13 a.m. as well, where the moon is gonna go new in the sign of Leo. So first things first, as most of you already know me, I am going to do the collective reading. Hello, Cinnamon Kiss. Welcome to the live stream, and Jen as well. Welcome to the live stream. The cards I drew a few hours ago. 1 second. Yeah, the cards I drew a few hours ago, so I can use them for the thumbnail. And hello, El Paps. Use Devon. Welcome. And the first one that I drew, that is Page of Pentacles, followed by the second one, which is the Ace of Swords. And the third card we have, that will be the Tower, right? So these three cards. And this new moon brings us a thing, okay? A thing. So it's going to be a different thing for all of us, right? For some, that thing will be a job. For others, it's going to be a project. For third, maybe a property, right? Real estate property. But this full moon, or within the time frame of that lunar cycle or lunar transit, whatever, whichever way I want to call it, immense wealth, right? A thing of a immense wealth. And this wealth is going to contribute toward a stability, stable relationship, a stable job, a stable project, stable social circle, a friend, and so on and so forth. Now, with the friend, there is a bit caveat that it is not just a friendship. And this stability hinges on a clean separation in between the present and the past. Now, what I mean, for example, you get a job. You don't want to know, and you don't need to know how you stumbled upon that job. You are called, someone calls you on the phone, asks you, hey, I heard that, you are looking for work. I have that in that business. We have a spot for you. Do you want to take it? You don't need to know how they learned about you. You don't need to know what is their past, how the company reached that particular place and spot, and so on and so forth, right? That is a very important thing. Or, for example, you end up dating someone, right? You start dating someone within the next couple of weeks. Same thing. You don't need to know their past at all. Because the more you know of the past, the more spoiled, and in a bad way, okay, like a spoiled food, the more spoiled the whole experience is gonna start becoming, right? So you are given a thing of immense wealth. You don't ask question why, or you don't ask questions, plural, why, okay? Why is for you, why have you been chosen for it? That it doesn't matter, right? Just, it doesn't matter. You don't have to care. You shan't care. And that's there is a wide range how you can use it. I mean, how you can use that thing of immense wealth in order to do whatever you want with your life. Basically, these cards are saying that using it, you can completely remove a aspect situations of your life that you want out, and you can start building as well where you feel deficient into one thing or another. For example, money, attention, respect, and so on and so forth. So that is what the full moon in Capricorn brings to all of us. And a few notes about the show before I move forward. There are going to be 12 readings now, guys, one for each star sign. I'm going to run down the ecliptic, meaning that I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to end up with the Pisces. And bear in mind that these are readings for the star signs. They're not your personal readings. But if you do wish your personal situation to be a subject of my interpretation of tarot, you can go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And there at the very front page, you can see full list of my services and as well their pricing. So, other than that, if you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support us, you can do so using either Super Chat or PayPal. The PayPal link you will find in the description down below as well. And any of you who does so, you guys are going to have a reading at the end of the stream. That's pretty much guaranteed. Just like Yasmin did. Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you. Nancy, thank you for the 20 as well. Thank you, Nancy. And News Devon, thank you for the 5 quid. Thank you, Ms. Devon. Let me put you guys into the list. And at the end of the stream, like I said, you're going to have your personalized reading. All right. Cinnamon Kiss, yeah. Take it without asking too much questions. In fact, you don't ask any questions. That would go for the best, right? I'll go for the best. All right, guys. So you can track which star sign I'm reading for by observing the glyph, which is right there. Now it's Aries, and let's see what Aries is gonna get for this period of time, 21st to 12th. Hello, Yalabi. Welcome to the stream. All right, so for Aries, first one, that will be the 10 of Cups. Then the second one, that will be the 4 of Swords. And then the third card for Aries, we do have the 9 of Swords. It is relief that Aries is going to get, or relief. It is what this full moon in Capricorn is going to bring into Aries. And a lot of, how can I put it into words? A lot of concerns that you are having, for example, concerns about your finances, for example, about your place at work, for example, about the security and the stability of your love life and of your relationship is going to be washed away. This full moon in Capricorn, or that period of time, let me check it. Let me double check it up until when it is 4th of August, not 12th, but 4th of August. So from the 21st, from today to the 4th of August, guys, it's just, how can I put it into words? Your fears ain't gonna be that strong, because for the most part you will kind of like be, how can I put it into words, synchronized with the situation that you are finding yourself into, and whatever problems may occur here and there, they're just gonna bypass you and not affect you at all, which is gonna give you the sense of security that things actually are gonna get better, and they can get better. Now, one important thing here, don't believe everything you hear, not as a statement, but rather as an advice, because while the advices that you're going to get from your colleagues or from your friends or from family members even, okay, while genuine, they are attuned for the people giving you the advice, and while what they are telling you may work for them, it may not work for you. So whenever you are given an advice, whenever you are given a guidance within the next couple of weeks, just take it with a pinch of salt, okay? Well, Cinnamon Kiss, first I will have to assemble one, okay? Because I haven't done a course in a couple of years, maybe. I mean, Pisces Moonbeam may remember better than I do. Jen, thank you for 20. Thank you, Jen. Let me put you into the list as well. With that particular inquiry, Jen, do you want me to check for a specific person or just in general? All right, next star sign, that's going to be Taurus. Cinnamon Kiss, thank you for the 10 quid. Thank you. Let me put you into the list. Well, yeah, but it is a for the recorded version. Okay, it's not the live course. The live course, when it happens, people are given invoices rather than paying through the website. Through the website, it is the recorded course. All right, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, in general, all right. So 10 of Pentacles, followed by the 8 of Wands. And then it is the 10 of Cups. This is a liberation. So the full moon in Capricorn for you, Taurus, brings you liberty that is going to lead to a specific or particular, rather, independence. And I do suspect that we do have a liberation from either an entity or a person. You know, someone that bothers you, someone that just doesn't leave you alone, or an entity that had stepped on your neck, and so on and so forth, and it's just you will grow less and less dependent of that individual or of that entity until they are no longer within the picture, until they make no difference whatsoever for you, and therefore they have no place or can't, not just only they don't have, but they can't find any place within your life. And so as a result of that, you are going to grow more comfortable at your work. You're going to grow more comfortable at your love life. And as we are on that particular topic here, your love life, bear in mind that it is a very, very possible within the next couple of weeks, some kind of an old acquaintance to kind of like try to reach out to you. Right, that doesn't have to be an ex. It could be a person that you kind of like had a flirt or two back in the days, but for some reason things didn't work out. And now you're going to have a second chance, which those cards are advising you to take the chance, but that doesn't mean that you have to make the things work. Just, you know, give it a try. Right, just give it a try. Other than that, it's it should be rather very peaceful, comfortable, and as well growing into a independence period for you. All right, moving next, that's going to be Gemini. Well, if you say so. King of Cups. I know it says knight here, but within this deck, knights are kings in the traditional one. So, King of Cups. Then it is the Tower. And it is the Seven of Wands. You are gonna be the first to be proposed. That is a quite of a quite of a specific specific situation, specific state, if I may say it that way. So what happened here is kind of put it into words. We're talking about a person, okay, that you are about to separate. That doesn't have to be your current spouse, could be your roommate for all we know, okay, that you are about to part. Let's not say that word separate, let's use the term part ways, okay. And there is another person that can fill your place. So for example, you're about to part ways with your boss, and your boss has someone in mind that can fill your place. However, there is going to be a final attempt from that individual or from that entity to keep you around. And at least according to these cards, the offer should be very generous. Okay, should be very generous. And truth be told, according to these cards, there will be literally no reason for you to reject or deny that particular offer. And that pretty much is what the full moon in Capricorn is going to be for you, Gemini, here. Hopefully, guys, you, especially if it is about work, hopefully you are gonna work out a really sweet and good deal for yourself in order for you to stay, you know, where you are. Now, of course, you have a choice here. You may reject that particular offer, but just so you know, you are going to be swiftly replaced if you care about it. That is pretty much, like I said, what the full moon in Capricorn brings to you, Gemini. And just to elaborate here, the reason why you are going to be given that, I don't know, card of redemption maybe, is because you fit kind of like perfectly for the job or for the person or for the friend where you are right now. I will tell you, Cinnamon Kiss. It happens day and a half later. Okay, so day and a half later, Mercury retrograde happens. So I don't know if it is exactly on the phase of the moon. Cancer next. I'm sorry. So Cancer next. The Tower, followed by the Page of Cups. Then we do have the Four of Swords. The Six of Swords. I'm sorry, that's not the Four of Swords. It is the Six of Swords. Well, like Pisces Moonbeam said about the exes, yeah, it's true. Mercury retrograde may bring them, okay, at, you know, in front of our sight, but we don't have to take them back. Well, Cancer are going to have a bit of a rough one here. So what happens is that this full moon is going to promise a fulfillment of a dream. So the circumstances are going to arrange in such a way, in such a pattern, that was, say, impossible, but was a wish or a dream for the Cancer, now will become rather possible. So you Cancer are going to have the chance to make a step toward the dream of yours. And this is going to be a big step, all right? That's not just only, how can I put it into words, getting closer. That is like traversing this very important threshold that it is whether make it or whether break it. However, the, let's call it that way, the price for making that step also is going to be pretty severe for what those cards are showing here, because you will have to sacrifice something you have built. Like, for example, if that's fulfilling a dream of your job or of your career, you might have to sacrifice your love life. Or if it is about fulfilling the dream of your love life, then maybe you will have to sacrifice your career, at least for the time being, right? That for the time being, that isn't about a lifetime. Just for the next couple of weeks, maybe a month, right? Or if it is about social circle, you may have to sacrifice your free time and so on and so forth, just for the time being. And doing so, how can I put it into words? It's gonna make you feel, the word is helpless. And at least throughout my experience, guys, people learn a great deal in those kind of situation, and the biggest lesson that one can learn is that we just can't have it all. We just can't have it all. So I hope that you do make your choice wisely, but if you don't go for the dream, okay, then inevitably you are going to find something for you to love within what you have built up until this point, whether that's a relationship you have built, whether that's a job that you have built, and so on and so forth. So you don't have to sacrifice one for the other in order to find yourself happy. You just have to forfeit, of course, your dream, at least for now. All right, so that was Cancer. Moving next, we have Leo. Thank you, Cinnamon Case. All right, guys. For the Leo, the star. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. That's a right word for you to use here, Yadabi, because The wild thing it is that you will have to, like I said, you know, sacrifice something you built with your own bare hands. King of Cups. And it is the Empress. All right. There is a super positive or super pleasant and quite unpleasant part of your full moon experience. So what happens here, guys, is that the full moon is going to, the influence of the full moon for you, Leo, is going to resolve a pretty significant issue that you are dealing with right now. That may be an issue within your love life. It could be an issue in your career. And pretty much is going to open you a quite a wide field that will allow you to grow. So there will be a clearance. Yeah, clearance for you to progress in your career, a clearance for you to progress within your love life, and so on and so forth. Now, as far as career go, if this manifests within your career, you can expect that whatever expectations or criterias you do have for your career, they are to be accomplishable and even starting to take place and starting to accomplish themselves. For relationships, this is a promise of a unfolding love that grows and grows and grows and knows no skies. All right. Now that's the pleasant part. The unpleasant part, you don't have much that you can say. What I mean, it is that it's gonna be a blind progress. You can't make any plans, you can't make any choices, all right? And you will feel constantly on the edge, like constantly under pressure without having a time for respite nor a time to catch up your breath. And above everything else, there are going to be some distractions as well. So people are going to try to distract your attention, not necessarily intentionally, but still is going to happen to be a distraction from taking your eyes off the prize, so to speak. So it's very, very important for you to just go with the flow, right? Go with the flow where you find a path with the less resistance. As one of my exes loved to say, if you push it, it's gonna be a shade. So just don't push it. Go along where where you see no issues, where you see no conundrums. Conundrums are killers here, right? And just, you know, grow. It's gonna be a good one, but rather you will find yourself under pressure. Okay, so next, that will be Virgo. Nine of Swords. Eight of Wands. The Fool. That's so weird. How can one be scared of something like this? What these cards are showing and I will probably gonna struggle explaining it, but what we have here is a try. So I'm gonna approach the matter in that way. A try, giving it a try at a place that one thinks is going to fail. Okay, so just to give you an example, there is someone you like very much. Maybe you love the guy or the woman without them even knowing. But, you know, I mean, their behavior or their status or I don't know, okay, what they are saying gives you the impression that you just are not good enough, okay? And you have you don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to them. So you're afraid that you're going to fail. I mean, you are even convinced that you're going to fail. But within this full moon in Capricorn, you're gonna give a try anyway, all right? So some of you though may fail. That Eight of Wands there unfortunately doesn't give a guarantee of a success, but it gives a guarantee that there is a way how you can make it work, right? So that isn't a done deal, so to speak. This isn't a futile effort on your behalf. However, what is important is a couple of things, okay? Depending on where that endeavor kind of manifests. If it manifests within your love life, no promises, okay? You should not ask for any promises nor giving any promises. And it's going to be very important to approach the matter lighthearted, I believe it is, okay? Without breathing in a sense of commitment, at least not for now. When it comes to your job, creative or rather like creative chaos, so to speak, so you have to be eager to learn and as well follow your muse. That is very important. Follow your creativity when it comes to your job. This is the guidance in which or through which it is highly unlikely for you to kind of like fail within this endeavor. And what this is going to bring you or rather like put you into is a position for you to challenge whatever kind of like deprives you of giving a try into something you really, really want. So for you, Virgo, courage and heroism is ahead of you for what it seems. Oh, that could affect as well something you want to say, but you know that, or rather like you think you know, that is going to be criticized and there isn't going to be any positive reception from the other side. Now that while that may be true for now, there is going to be a way how you can say it without twisting the essence of it, and in the same time convincing and the majority of the listeners or of the audience. And in those cases, just stick to what is known, right? Don't try to bullshit him with some kind of a sophisticated explanations and terminology that it is not widely known. All right, next, that will be Libra. Well, Cinnamon Kiss, there is those, you know, those phases in life, and it seems that they have no end. But that's life, you know, things comes and goes. I mean, when you are good in life, that's gonna end, but the worst is gonna end too. Yeah, well, if not just only stick to the facts, but if your plan, or rather like what you're trying to say, is too complicated to explain, you are gonna lose the audience. That's true. That's true, Jen. That's a good say. The Tower, again, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. That's a complicated one. It's a difficult read. There is well, it's just I can't sugarcoat it. There is a loss comment. Some of you may lose money, some of you may lose status, may lose progress, may lose job. God forbid, may lose relationship, but there is a loss coming for you, Libra, or negotiations, for example. However, that's thankfully to the Ace of Pentacles here. This ain't gonna be a crushing blow, right? And you will be able to very quickly recover, but that will take some effort. So what is the effort? It's changing in concept. Okay, concept about the job, concept about love, concept about making money. And the reason why there is going to be a loss, it is because you're going forward, or you are pushing forward with a dated ideas, and how can I put it into words? A dated performance. You know, I had that university professor that was trying to convince me that we the engineers are better than the IT. And this is what he said, okay, about the ITs. I don't believe that that's true, but that's what he said. They start their professional experience at, say, 20, and they learn one program language, second program language, third program language. And he says at that point, they are withered, right? At that point, withered, I'm sorry. At that point, they are done. The young generation comes about and wipes them off. It's just blows them away, because the languages always evolve and they can't catch up with that. So they're trying with a dated knowledge to fill the needs of the IT industry, which gets harder and harder, and at some point they drop off. I don't agree with that, but that's what he said. And that's what we have here, okay? With a either dated knowledge or a dated way of performance, things are going to get out of hand, and you are going to have, or you Libra are going to suffer a certain loss due to it. That can be replaced, right? What you have lost can be replaced, but you have to change these concepts, whether a concept of knowledge, whether a concept of work, of performance, of effort in general. All right, moving next, that will be Scorpio. Eight of Cups, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles. That's a huge one for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. You thought that you will never gonna go through it. And when I say it, I mean a thing that kind of like sounds way too good to be true for you. For example, you may thought that you're never gonna be rich. If rich is way too good to be true for you. Or never fall in love if being loved seems way too good to be true. Or never be independent if independent seems way too good to be true. And you are dead wrong, because that's about to happen. Okay, it is about to happen here in the next couple of weeks. However, the circumstances, not ideal. I mean, the dream, so to speak, is gonna be there. Is going to be a reality, but not in an ideal way. For example, super good relationship, an awesome relationship, you both fall in love with each other. However, it has to be a long distance one, at least for now. A lot of money that are to be made, but you will have to kind of like fall in line to a certain criteria, at least for now, right? You go to live at the place you ever wanted to live, but your neighbor is pain in the arse, at least for now. So there is going to be a circumstance out there that is not going to be ideal. However, at least for now. These cards are saying that it promises that things are going to get better and better and better and even better for the future. And I said it is a big one because of those two cards, Eight of Cups and Five of Pentacles. Now, as the future gets better, we as a Scorpio are gonna get better as well. Our lifestyle is gonna change. Things which we find problematic will no longer gonna have any effect on our lives, right? It's just the problem doesn't have to be resolved. It ain't gonna matter anymore. It's not gonna make any difference. It will have no influence over us, and it's just let's put it that way, guys. An empty place in our hearts is going to be filled up. Maybe again for some, maybe for the first time for others. But it's just nothing is gonna look the same being seen through that overflowing joy, because that's what we are about to. That's what we are doomed to go through, an overflowing joy. So that's gonna be a big one for Scorpio here. Sagittarius. Hey, Christina. Yeah, I was on a holiday. That's why we didn't add a couple of live streams. Or a one live stream, I believe. Yeah, something like that. Well, no, not that kind of unfortunate circumstance, because these two, I mean, being diabetic, it takes away. You can have all the chocolate on the world, but you can't taste it, right? While here you won't be able to taste the full of it, at least for now, but you will be able to taste some of it, and you will know that the rest is yours. It's just a matter of time. All right, so Sagittarius, Five of Cups. Oh my God, Page of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Holy moly. You are about to lose a friend. Not because you did anything wrong, but because that friend wants to be more than just a friend. So we do have a love confession here on our hands for you, Sagittarius. If it is not that, then we're talking about job. And in that particular case, it refers to sacrifice you made. That you may have made sacrifice a couple of weeks ago or a couple of years ago, right? And that's gonna be the moment where you're gonna start reaping off the payback, or rather, like, not the benefits, but yeah, the payback of that sacrifice that you have made. Okay, and that will be a confirmation that you actually made the right choice back in the days, and now things are about to improve in a big way. But talking about love life, you are about to lose a friend, because that friend will want to be more than a friend with you. Right, so that was Sagittarius. Next, Capricorn. Aeon, or Judgment. Ten of Swords. Four of Wands. That will be a big one for you too. It is the moment you have waited. I don't know what for, okay? But it is the moment you have waited to drive it home, or to make the bed, or to put it to bed rather, right? Very small window though of, so to speak, opportunity, or to render your decision whether you are gonna drive it home or you are gonna forfeit for good. And when I say for good, I mean forever good, right? Either way, there will be no going back from it. For example, you are trying to get a job, and you are going to have the window of opportunity to land the job. A moment of hesitation, the job is gone. Let's say an example that it is very prominent for the movies, okay? You love someone, but there is some kind of a predicament. Maybe their family doesn't love you, maybe your family doesn't love them, and at some point they say, screw it, let's run together toward the sunset. It is that moment that you will have to say yes if you want to, or remain silent forever. Okay? And there will be no going back from either of those. Or someone tells you that loves you, let's go and live in another country together. You say no, you ain't gonna live together at all. Okay, so that is the moment of decisiveness. This is the moment of whether you are gonna make it for good or you are gonna break it for God, and the choice is yours. Taco, my man, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the $55 and 55 cents. Let me put you into the list. Mattia, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 20. Thank you, Mattia. Let me put you into the list as well. Thank you, Taco. Happy full moon to you too. Well, hopefully you do, Jen. Right, next, Aquarius. Well, Mattia, I'm a bit tired. It's kind of understandable. It's almost 4 a.m. here. Shona say, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Shona say. Any information about my job, all right? Well, yeah, I mean, it's an edgy one, right? Because that's your moment. You gotta be, you miss it, it's done. Right, so, King of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Five of Swords. It's either a love investiture where you will be required, Aquarius, to invest your love into person, or is going to be a peace investiture, making peace at your job and at your work. And the difficult part is going to be about obsessiveness. Let me tell you what I mean here. You invest your love into someone, and if you do expect a gratitude or for them to do as you say just because you show that you love them, that thing is gonna crack wide open. I mean, you're going to kill yourself with that, figuratively speaking, not literally, of course, but you are going to kill that love. It's all you gave is going to be literally for nothing. So if it is not from the bottom of your heart and it is not unconditional, then it's not gonna work, right? It just is not gonna work. Same thing goes trying to create peace at work and within your social circle as well. You can have your love, guys. I mean, we can have our love because I am rising Aquarius. But we doesn't matter, can have our love. It has to be with a, so to speak, pure heart. Because what those cards are saying it is that if it is so, the other side is going to make the same efforts, right? But the moment we are stepping outside of reach. What I mean is that we are crossing a certain line, invading private space, trying to manipulate, for example, okay, twist trust, and all the trick in the book to guilt trip the other side. It's done. I mean, we are done. Our love is done, so to speak. But this is what it requires, an investiture. Yarabi. Thank you for the 20. So you want to know about that big guy, eh? All right. Let me put you into a list. Right. And last but not least, Pisces. The Chariot. 10 of Cups. The High Priestess. Alright, guys, it's very possible to find your soulmate. I really hate saying it, but it's super possible, because what the card says, 3 things: soul bondage, a wish fulfillment, and having everything one wants it. And if that's not a soulmate, I don't know what it is, right? There is one threat, if we may call it that way, is that because it's going to be so good, you will want to settle the deal right away. And that's that may kind of like make things a bit premature. And this ain't going to be the end of the world, of course, but somewhere along the way, for better or for worse, there is going to be a small or moderate disappointments if you do rush the things through. So while it's going to be super exciting and very happy situation, just take your time, right? Just take your time to get to know the woman or the guy better. Other than that, this full moon is going to keep safe as a baby your job, your marriage, your family relationships, okay, your friendships, and so on and so forth. Even more than that, you are gonna have reasons to be very proud of your accomplishments and your achievements. And to top it off, big concerns and problems like big as the life are going to be dealt with. You are gonna deal with them by yourself, and that's gonna be another reason for you to be proud of yourself as well. Oh, so Yarabi, you do want to know for general. Okay, general it is then. Let me get my deck, which is for private readings. And we are about to start with the super chat. All right, starting up first, that's gonna be Yasmin. Love isn't about favor, Cinnamon Kiss. At least not according to Tarot. Love is about harmony. There cannot be any favor when it comes to harmony. It's about harmony and trust as well. All right, those are the cards, Yasmin. So the most important topic, those are the cards. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and King of Cups. The most important topic is going to be some kind of a gathering that probably is going to take place at your house. Although I don't think that this gathering is going to take place within the next couple of weeks, but within the next couple of weeks is going to be the management. It does look like that you're going to have a lot of phone calls, talking with a lot of people, whom is going to be... oh my God, I do apologize. Who is going to be okay at what point, so you can kind of like be able to gather as many as possible. Or in other words, that is going to be a moment, or rather like next couple of weeks, it's most likely that there are going to be invitations flying around, or a research even is a very, very possible. And the reason for that gathering is a I will say it as well that way, establishing of or establishment, so to speak, of a harmonious relationships, or in other words, kind of like straightening things out, burying down hatchets, and getting things right, so to speak, because there is going to be something more that you can accomplish with these people. And it doesn't have to be only one gathering, right? You may kind of like call 2 people and then 3 people and so on and so forth. It could be more than one gathering. But bottom line here is, Cinnamon Kiss, is that you are going to make friends, not just only friends, but these are going to be allies, assets. How do you find that harmony? By accepting the person for who he is. That's how. Okay? By rather trying to change them and making compromise, just accept. For example, okay? I'm always giving that example with myself. For example, I start dating a girl that she loves to travel. I hate traveling. Does she have to change? No, she can travel with her friends, and I should not care, right? I should not be jealous and worried and so on and so forth. You just accept that, and that brings harmony, right? Rather than kind of like calling her 15 times a day, asking her who she is with, right? And so on and so forth. That's how you create harmony. All right, next, Nancy Solorio. If you have to make compromise, that's not harmony. And harmony comes from the... Let's put it that way. Cinnamon Kiss. Why are you with someone? Why are you with someone? Most people are with someone because they are happy, which is the wrong reason, right? Because that brings selfishness into the relationship. You want to be happy in it and expecting the other person to be a contributor to that happiness. But if you are in a relationship where their happiness makes you happy, and so you do everything you can make the other person happy because that makes you happy, that's a different thing. Then you do not make a compromise, because it cannot be a compromise if what you are doing makes you happy. And who knows, if I am in such a relationship, I may start loving to travel because seeing my woman happy makes me happy, and traveling doesn't make me want to eat my boots. Okay, so it's that's it. Sometimes people confuse passion with love, and passion is when you do have these butterflies in the stomach, and your knees are caving in, and so on and so forth, and it kind of creates that sensation of loss, right? Or that fear of loss, that you are going to lose that person. You don't trust yourself that you are good enough. You don't trust them, that they're not going out with someone else, and so on and so forth. That's not love, that's passion. Love is when you are... I can't even find the right word. It's when you are certain that you are in it together, and that the person that you are with, it doesn't even cross your mind that they can go with someone else, right? Because you trust them. That's the core of it. Yeah, that's what traveling makes me want to do. It's awful. At least for now. Like I said, that remains to be changed. Yeah, it is unity. Yeah, like I said, that's the wrong reason, Cinnamon Kiss. That's a passion that you are after. All right, those are cards for you, Nancy. And it's a bit difficult to explain. So the whole thing takes place in your social circle, or with your friends, or people you know in general and you are close with, or closer with than just a common stranger. Okay, and there is going to be a proposal there that will require for you to just let go of a specific endeavor in a favor of a new adventure, so to speak. For example, just to give you an example, someone from your social circle tells you, hey, do you wanna, why don't we go, and it's not gonna be formulated that way, do you wanna, it's not gonna be a question, it's gonna be more like a statement. Hey, why don't we go on a holiday at the Bahamas, for example? Now the problem, Nancy, is gonna be that you already gonna have an obligation. Yeah, you're already gonna have an obligation, and so you are gonna be in somewhat of a conundrum situation. Are you going to keep up the obligation you already have? Or you're going to do something good for yourself? Because this statement or an offer, or whichever way you want to call it, actually is going to be super... no, the word is not useful, beneficial. It's going to be super beneficial for you. And it will allow you to kind of like lift some burden off your shoulders, but I cannot tell you what kind of a burden that's going to be. Okay? And to top it off, there is going to be just a slight expansion of your social circle. Maybe you are going to be introduced to a friend of a friend, and you're just going to click together. And that will kind of like negate the need for you, or not the need. It's not that you do need it, but it's inevitable, at least for now. But this thing is gonna take it away for you to maintain some kind of a communication with a person that you don't see any reason to communicate with anymore. But Nancy, it's going to be an opening for a good endeavor. And for what is worth, those obligations that you do have, they can be postponed. They can be kicked down the road, all right? You can kick down the can on the road, no questions asked. So do yourself a favor and do something different for yourself this time around. Yeah, it's a new friend. All right, next. Jennifer. You wanted to know about your love life. All right. Well, that with the vacation was just an example, but there is going to be some kind of a proposal that's going to be delivered as a statement from, you know, people that you are close with, and it's going to be a good thing if you do accept it. Let's see the time frame here. Oh my God, you are in for a trouble, a good one. The end of November. From now up until the end of November, those are your cards here, Jen. Those are your cards. Oh boy. Oh boy. I will put it that way, Jen. From now, somewhere along the way from now up until the end of November, you shall get everything that you are yearning for in terms of love. Everything. And it's going to be there to stay. That is something you cannot escape. Yeah, it's very close to that, Cinnamon. It's very close. I just don't want to say it because it's not 100% certain, just like Pisces, I believe it was. But Jen, you may have some blank shots before that. The thing is that you are not going to know whom with things are going to work out, so you will have to try, all right? And at the start with everyone is going to seem that that's your guy, but most of them ain't going to be. Bottom line here is that you are going to have a lot of attention, okay? And I do believe that you are going to have at least couple of tries. That is the best case scenario where the second one works out. It could be more than a couple of tries where, you know, you're going to end up disappointed and whatnot. But ultimately, by the end of November, you are going to get what you are yearning. And yeah, it's pretty close to a soulmate. Right. Cinnamon kiss. What was your question? In a bit of a mental state, what I can look forward to, right? Taco, now is Cinnamon Kiss. You are gonna be after that. Well, Cinnamon Kiss. I don't know if it's gonna be good. We're about to see. Yeah, you are, mate. Taco, have you been saying I'm alive? What do you mean, mate? Mean you are on the death's door? Thank you. That you think that I'm freaking great. Those are cards. For you, Cinnamon Kiss. So what can you look forward to? Is a man that loves you. Or is gonna fall in love with you. And there's a problem. For some, it's a big problem. For others, not that big one. That person doesn't live where you live. I can't say that if he's in another country, maybe in another town, but you're not at the same place. I mean, it's going to be traveling is going to be required here. Okay, and a fair share of, how can I put it into words? Not exactly planning, but stepping carefully. Oh, you're tipsy. Okay. Oh, there is always a catch, Cinnamon Kiss. And that will require, I mean, if you do want that, how can I put it into words, that love to manifest, to take place fully, you are gonna have to change something about your lifestyle, about, you know, your day-to-day routine, and so on and so forth. But Cinnamon Kiss, that's a good thing that comes your way. Hopefully is going to be it's going to be something that that you are going to have a great joy from. Well, mate, my brother slams you in the ground because, as you know, I was at the coast with my brother, and one evening he drank like 14 or 16 beers. Still looking at him saying, what in the world, man? And he was proud of it, you know. He drank for me too, because I don't drink alcohol. Hello, TM. All right, Taco, Tipsy Taco. You're next. Roughly when? Well, I don't know. Within 1 year. But when? I don't know. All right, first Lenormand cards are those, Taco. There isn't much to be said about that, other than that they show that your health is going to improve in this full moon in Capricorn. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't go to a doctor if you feel bad, all right? Even more incentive to do so is that a man, or let's put it that way, a person is going to contribute to your health improvement. Or what these cards are saying is that a man is going to gift you health, right? That man could be you, it could be your physician, or a friend of yours. In any case, what's going to come out of it, those three cards, is that you will restore some type of activity, some type of mobility, if you will, something that you couldn't do up until this point because of your health, but from after that improvement, you will be able to do so. Teresa, thank you for the $5 US. Let me put you into the list. You're going to have a card at the end of the when I'm done with all that's already made a donation. Thank you, Teresa. Let me put you into the list. All right. Okay. And the second event. Well, we're going to have another one coming, Taco. Don't go away yet. Or like I said, Cinnamon Kiss. It could be from another town, not from abroad. Yeah. Well, that one ain't good, man. That one, it's those are the cards, the Lenormand cards. A money dispute within the family, right? And even more than that, with one of your elders, that's going to be a money dispute. Those are the tarot cards, and what's going to come out of it? It's that's a bit difficult to be expressed. So this is what's happened. Up until this point, it felt like everything was settled, like you end up with a understanding, right? And you know, things are going great, and suddenly that person backs off their word and tries to siphon more than they have bargained for, more than they have ended up for. And no, that's not the bouquet. That's these are the lilies, and the lilies represent either sex or elders within the family. And I don't think it's about sex, mate, because if it is about sex, this card means that you are gonna pay for sex. And I know that you do have a wife, so it's unlikely to be about sex. That's why I'm going with the elders. And if it is about the elders, then it's pretty clear that someone will try to trick you, all right, with a money, and to siphon the money that whether they have promised or it was agreed upon, so to speak. Now, it's not granted that they will be able to do it and they will be able to siphon those money, but they're gonna put you in a rather very, very precarious situation with that. Yeah, they are very similar. Let me show you the bouquet. This is the bouquet, and these are the lilies. So that was the second event that you should look forward to, or important event for you, mate, in next couple of weeks. All right, next, Mattia. You're welcome, Taco. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Okay, those are the cards, Mattia. You will make an enemy without you even knowing it. This is how it most likely is gonna happen. Okay? You will share your most honest and sincere opinion about one thing or another, and that person is gonna take it very personally. Right? Very personally. And outside, they're gonna look as cool as ice, but from within, they are going to be a cauldron of rage, right? And they will not gonna take an action within the next couple of weeks. That's gonna be a person who will seek a way to release, if I may explain it that way, that cauldron of rage toward you and toward what you said or what you had proposed. And again, it's not gonna be your fault, okay? And yeah, we do have a double-faced individual that's kind of like is taking place in your life at that particular point. How can you mitigate all that? Well, be conservative when it comes to exercising the right of saying what you think. The less people know, the better. That's what's going to be the most important thing for you, Mattia, within the next couple of weeks. Shona say, info about the work. Cards doesn't show, Mattia, but it is very likely to be someone that you are either working with or working for, a client, a business partner, you know, and so on and so forth. Let me take a sip of water. You want to say what the cards are saying is that the deal is pretty much sealed about your job, and well, I'll put it that way, taking an initiative and being enterprising is going to be really bad for your job, at least according to these cards. Right now, things are set in a specific pattern that is gonna suit you best, and you just go for it, even if that means this is according to the cards, all right? You by all means, you do whatever you think is right, all right? But according to the cards, you are set in a pattern that is gonna work the best for you, even if that means losing your job, because this pattern is the pattern you are meant to follow, right? And there are circumstances which are manifesting right now, circumstances that you aren't supposed to know, and the reason why you aren't supposed to know about them is because they are the motor, they are the engine that drives you into the direction you are supposed to go. And I'll give you an example with myself. I lost my job back in the days 13 years ago, all right? And that forced me to go for tarot. Because if I haven't lost my job and it wasn't a crisis back in 2010, I believe that was the global financial crisis still rampaging here in Bulgaria. And it's not like I didn't had any options. No one was paying, right? Just no one was paying. And so that was the moment when I say, you know what? I'm going to try with my hobby. I'm going to go for tarot. And just if I fail, I fail, you know, because it's not any better if I go for a full-time job. And thankfully it worked out. But you know, this circumstance that I did not foresaw, that I'm going to lose my job, happened, and it pushed me into the right direction. Now for you, it doesn't have to be that severe, but that is the info. You are feeling uncertain. That is the how can I put it into words, the side effect, so to speak. But you are into the pattern right now, or you are forced into the pattern that is going to work the best for you. So just trust it and just go with the flow. Well, Cinnamon Kiss, I didn't have much of a choice. Okay, I just didn't have much of a choice because, like I said, no one was paying. No one was paying, and I was about to scramble for scraps if I went for a job. Alright, Yanabi, you want a love story? Or in general for your love life? Well, Jen, in the Western world, you guys have a very, very different understanding what kebab is. It's very different from what it is in the Eastern world, in the Eastern Europe. All right, if you say so. All right, Yarabi, those are your cards. And the love story is up until the start of April. So the moment, listen to me very carefully here, Yarabi. The moment you allow someone to dictate what you should do, it is the moment the story ends, at least for you. Okay? You shouldn't allow anyone to step on your neck. or to climb your head. That's what we say in our country, right? If that person climbs your head, that means that, you know, they are pushing you around, shoving you around, and you just do what they say. But the moment you do so, you're done. I mean, the story ends, at least for you. Other than that, up until the start of April next year, it will be quite difficult for you to place what you feel, whom you are feeling it for. But towards the end of this time frame, you will kind of like grow more and more certain, I would say it that way, who is going to be the best person for you, or the most suitable, so to speak. Not the best person, but the most suitable person. What I mean is that at that point you may want to be with the guy A, but guy B is gonna be better for your situation in life. Okay, right now. But you will have options. I mean, a lot of options. All right, News Devon, let me check what was your question though. What do I need to be aware of? That is a Lenormand reading, News Devon, so let's check what you should be aware of. I don't know how that helps. Those three cards. There is a something that is kept from you at work. Okay, some kind of an information, some kind of a situation, some kind of a knowledge, if you will, is kept away from you from work. I don't know though how this is going to affect your work, if affect your work at all, right? But is intentionally kept away from you. This isn't a coincidence. This isn't a how can I put it into words? Overlook. It's intentionally kept away from you. You're welcome, Yarabi. So that is what you need to be aware of. And last but not least, Teresa, I believe you had a question. Hey. Kind of look forward to meet a special someone in the next year. We're about to see that. Page of Swords. Let's say you nailed it, Teresa. A special someone that only you are gonna like. Your family is gonna hate him or hate her, depending on your preferences. Your friends are gonna hate him or hate her. If you have children, your children are gonna hate him or hate her. They're gonna be special for you. So I hope you can make it work. And with that said, guys, it's gonna do it, at least for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. And we are going to see each other probably for the IG, the immediate guidance. What do we need to know for Thursday, which is going to be 25th of July. And until then, bye.